everyone, so glad you stopped by to see another video of us. Today we are joining in on a collab which is hosted by Kenya and of course Kimberly. Kenya from Kenya's Decor Corner and Kimberly from Diva Designing on the Dime. They are asked us to make a coffee station or a bar cart, but here in the Netherlands we don't use a bar cart. It's not very common here, so I will do my coffee station. I know in most countries they have in their kitchen a separate unit for their coffee station. Our houses, the Netherlands is very small, very small build, so the houses are very close to each other, so the houses are not mostly that big like you are used to, but here we have our coffee station just in our kitchen, and I will show you in a moment how that is going to be, and I'll show you a DIY from my wooden trays I bought from the Action. So I will show you how I made my sign for my coffee station, not coffee bars, but coffee station. So are you in for some coffee ideas? I hope you stay tuned. And of course, before I forget, of course I will put a link down below for Kenya and of course Kimberly, their lovely channel, and of course for the playlist for everyone who is joining us. So enough talking, let's start. So I hope the camera picks up the light right. You see here my little wooden trays. I bought this in the Action for $2.99 for a wooden tray. From this quality is a bargain. So I bought two of them. One I will use as a sign and the other one I will use on my coffee station, but you will see it in a moment. Of course I printed out, because I want a little bit of the farmhouse look, I printed out some plaid, but I did it in the blue color and not in the black and white, but I did in the blue because I have blue in my kitchen. So here's very simple, very easy, just paint it out. It doesn't cost you almost nothing. Here you see some, here in the Netherlands we call it buddies. I don't know if you call it sticky gum or something, because I want the printed label not with glue on my thing, because I want to use the tray again. So I use this to keep it in place, and of course I use some letters to make my sign. Now let's start and just go along. I don't know how it will turn out. For me it's just it's just a surprise, as it will be for you. Now I know that the first one is already fitting in the tray, and of course I want to have a second one. This is very easier to lay this one on this one and just measure it out. So I immediately had the same measurements, because this was a little bit of a trouble to get them real fitting into the tray. So I put this one away, and I'll show you later how both of the trays turn out when you have the plaid in the tray.
can see how it turned out. You see how simple it is, just a little bit of paper just printed from your computer, just a little cheap little tray out of your, with you is mostly the Dollar Tree, and some letters on it, and you have your own farmhouse sign. So let's decorate now. So in a moment I will show you how my coffee station turned out, but first of course I want to thank Kenya and Kimberly for hosting this great collaboration. I had a lot of fun doing my coffee station. Normally I'm not doing a lot for the season for my coffee station because the space is not very big, but I still want to show you how I made it for the coming fall. Here you see the little tray I just made. You see in between the blue and white plaid I used, as I printed out and I did in the tray, and I did some greenery in it, some pumpkins, and of course some mushroom and a little rooster. So I think it's just like fall. I know it's not a big tray because my coffee corner is not that very big. Here you see my where we use our coffee with is a Senseo Philips. I don't know if you have the brand in countries like America or Canada. I don't know that if they have the brand there. Here you see some little wooden dresses. I did two above each other and I painted two of the dresses, this time blue. I always had them in a gray and now I painted them blue. Here you see the sign I just made. It's also a little tray. I think it turned out great. I did some lights around it with my rope lights, and I did them together, two to put together, and I did them around the sign. I will put out the light in a moment and then you can show how it looks like when it's what's darker. Of course I have some remote candle, so I go a little bit backwards. You can see how my little corner turned out. So here's a little bit darker so you can see a little bit how it will look in the evening. Here you see my sign, and of course a candle. So I hope you enjoy watching how I made my sign and how I decorated my little space we use as a coffee corner. So, but wishing you a beautiful day everyone, and I'll see you hopefully in another video.
Bye bye. So sorry, I'm already back, but just wanted to show you. I changed up the sign a little bit. I like it on the wall a lot. So, but I just want to give you a little quick view how I decorated it right now. So you see, I did my sign now in the corner of my little dresses and the candle beside it and the little tray here. So I go a little bit backwards, you can see it a little bit better. So I think the sign is coming out a little bit better right now. So this was it. I wish you all a beautiful day, everyone. Bye.